programs and other activities. All the programs and the room numbers that are associated with each program will be listed in the program chart given to you at registration. Now, let's talk about food. With regards to food, it will be served on the second floor, the floor that you're in right now, at Griffiths Hall. If you purchased a food package at registration, you will get all the food coupons. Keep in mind, for each meal, you need to tear out the correct coupon and come to Griffiths Hall and present your ticket. If you do not have a ticket, you will not be able to enter the food hall at Griffiths Hall. And you must have the correct meal ticket, meaning you cannot present a breakfast ticket if you're going to get lunch or dinner. You must have a breakfast ticket for that. But most importantly, the hotel as well as Kvtv does not allow you to bring food outside of the Griffith Hall. You cannot bring any food outside the Griffith Hall into the hotel area, nor to your sleeping rooms. We will have tight security around this just to make sure that there's no food coming out of that hall. Sports, procession, mega market gully, and so many other activities will take place at the Indianapolis Convention Center, which is located just by a sky bridge from the hotel, a less than 2-minute walk, fully covered under air conditioning. Now let's talk about safety and security. As your safety and security and all of our guest safety is our number one priority. Kvtv has compiled an excellent security committee led by a veteran and former security chairman for our previous convention, Mr. Vijayan from Houston. He is the chairman of this committee. Along with Mr. Vijayan, we have several people working under him to get a talented security committee. Let me introduce you to Gliston Chorath from San Antonio, Jiju Mortathul from Dallas, Jos Anamalil from Chicago, Finu Tumbanal from Ohio, Biju Muprapoli from New York, and the liaison for this committee is Jomon Chamarpali from Tampa. As you see in their pictures, please remember them. If you are in any need, you can identify them. Additionally, we've hired armed police staff and security throughout the entire convention. We've established a lost and found room, which is located on room number 312. This is all for your safety. As you all know, we want to maintain a safe and secure environment the next 4 days throughout convention. If we follow these simple guidelines, which I'm about to explain, I'm sure we will all have a great time and a wonderful experience at our 14th convention in Indianapolis. Now, with the collaboration of Kvtv Executive Committee and Security Committee, we come up with the following guidelines to help you understand how to conduct yourself and learn what is expected at you at the convention at all times. So, please follow along with me while we go through these guidelines. A stamp validating your participation for watching this security video is required to receive your registration package. You must wear both your wristband and ID tags as proof of registration at all times. Security staff and police officers will be checking those. Security staff will not permit anyone, and I mean anyone, entering any of the ballrooms or convention facilities without these two forms of identifications. The 2022 Kvtv Convention ID tags and wristbands are your responsibility to keep it safe with you at all times. If your wristband breaks and is needed a replacement, you need to bring the broken wristband to the registration committee in order to get a new band. And I repeat this, if you do not have the broken wristband, you will not get a new one. We need to see that. Anyone purposely giving their wristband or ID tag to a non-registered person to gain access to any part of the convention will be removed from the convention with no exceptions. Convention participants participating in off-site events part of this Canada Convention, such as youth outings, which are expected, they're all expected to follow all the convention security guidelines. Please follow the instructions of security officers and convention staffs at all times when entering and exiting the designated convention areas. For the safety of all participants, it's important that any arguments or disagreements must not escalate to any verbal or physical conflict, which means no bullying, no personal attacks, or any type of harassment is allowed at this convention. Any incidents impacting the safety of our participants, which include accidents, injuries, altercations, or any other type, shall be reported to the security committee immediately. Let's all be courteous and polite to one another and our convention staff members. All areas of the convention center and hotel, including the hallways, stairwells, elevators, sky bridge, front and back corridor, are all monitored by security cameras and off-duty police officers and the hotel security throughout the convention. There will be a zero tolerance policy to drugs, possession of weapons, violence, and destruction of property. Anyone violating the zero tolerance rule will be sent to holding rooms, which are located in the JW Marriott and will be manned by off-duty police officers as well as our security team. Once an individual is in the holding room, they will only be released to the guardian and can be subject to legal ramifications and will be subject to any legal ramifications which will be prohibited they will be prohibited from entering the convention. We will also have security and armed police officers at the facility, as well as patrolling the parking lots of both JW Marriott and Indianapolis Convention Center. Under probable cause, security personnel holds the right to conduct room inspections at any time. No private parties in any sleeping rooms is allowed. In all matters, the decision of the KCNA Executive Committee will be final and irreversible. Kindly ensure that only a assigned number of people are allowed in your room at all times. If there are more people found in your room due to any type of complaint or eyewitness, hotel security and our security team has the right to ask them to leave your room. Any private and unregistered guests are prohibited from staying in any hotel room contracted through KCCNA. KCCNA is not liable for the safety or well-being of any private guest that visits you at the hotel. There will be a strict night curfew enforced at the hotel between the hours of 12:30 a.m. and 6 a.m. That's for your safety as well as the safety of other guests that live in the hotel at that time. Participants under the age of 21 are not allowed to leave the hotel after 11:30 p.m. If any hotel guest checks out due to disturbance from your room, you will be responsible for any damages the hotel claims. The hotel has a strict fire code capacity of maximum number of people in every room. If the hotel security or KCCNA security finds more than what is allowed in your room, they will ask you to vacate the room without any refund. We are in downtown Indianapolis. The police is always actively monitoring this area and closely watching any actions happening around. Indiana Police has a zero tolerance policy, and KCCNA will not be responsible for any misconduct by a participant that is a witness or addressed by law enforcement. To all parents, please be aware of your kids. As a parent, you should know where your child is at all times, so please pay a special eye on them. Give them a call, find out where they are, because we need to know. You guys need to know exactly where your child is. So again, this is the first convention post-COVID. everybody's excited to see everybody. We're excited to see you, but keep your safety in mind. Keep everybody's safety in mind. Wear your masks. We highly encourage you to wear your mask at all times. And if there's any type of medical need that you need, we do have a first aid committee, and their information will be in the registration packets, along with everything else that comes with registration. So, I have a special message for our young adults. You guys made the difference for the success of this convention. We appreciate your orderly conduct and exemplary behavior during these next 4 days. The security committee, the executive committee are all here to make each one of your convention experience very enjoyable. If there's anything we can assist to help fulfill this, please let us know. So on behalf of the executive committee, we want to thank each one of you for watching this video. As you exit this room, please sign and state that you have watched this video, consenting that you will adhere to all these guidelines and that you can proceed with registration. We're all excited to see you guys, and we hope everyone enjoys the 14th Kvtv Convention right here in Indianapolis. Thank you.